Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This is pretty good, Rich. Maybe just a touch right.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made it onto the green now.
Even par, currently.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It is only 165 yards. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Really? This is an awkward length.
I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the #6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
He'll need to be strong with this. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
Series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Sitting up in the fairway now, 180 yards away. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Watches that one go in as well to get to -3. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Midseason Classic. And 230 big yards to the flagstick on this par 3. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. This can be a cruel game at times. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
In for par. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Frank, he might like this one. He might like... Oh, he's going to love it, Frank. And with that birdie, moves into second place.
A cursory look at the scorecard, Rich, and well, it looks hard at 240 yards, but that elevation is going to chew off quite a bit of yardage off the scorecard. Really, it's a good chance for a birdie on this closing stretch. V-shaped green, as long as you're on the right section of the green, could have a chance for birdie. Well, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Second shot.
Frank, anytime you're inside 15 feet, you have to like your chances.
Yeah, our computer gives us 13 feet to be precise.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits. And you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Third shot, looking for a good one. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And, of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
And a pep in the stride.
So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Midseason Classic. Always a pleasure to be along the coast of Maine, Lighthouse Point to be exact. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, this is sure to be another exciting day of golf out there. What are the challenges facing our players today?
The length of the golf course for a start, Rich. This golf course just under 7,700 yards. So it's one of the longest ones you'll play. And, of course, the cliffs, that's why it's called this. They certainly are in play. There is one double green out there. That's the 10th and the 13th hole. They share the same green. Lots of great design features, and you've got it on a prime day in great condition. So enjoy the round and make sure you feast on the vistas as well.
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it, send it. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. And it makes the green in regulation. Par yesterday, now for birdie. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
Moving on to the 12th hole now, par 4, 439 yards.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today. Had every chance of going in.
Shouldn't be a problem here. And he makes it for par. On to the 13th, and Frank, I love golf courses where you run into something you've never seen before. I have never played a par 5 of 700 or more yards. Here it is. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Just a beautiful approach shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right, and that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But there's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Good solid par right there. Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Midseason Classic. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
do that?
That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. A good chance for a birdie.
This is an awkward length.
Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Join that trio at the top.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Now the second shot to the par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And, of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
Well, I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.